welcome to another video, another tarot reading video. So we are going to go over the general energies for the entire month of January in 2023. Before we actually get started, I just wanted to mention some important dates that will be coming up in January that will kind of influence the overall energy. So first we're going to be having a full moon in Cancer on January 6th, which at the time of this video is only a few days away. So the sign of Cancer is really about motherhood, our emotions, and finding strength within our emotions. So that may be one of the influencing energies at this time. But then later in the month, we'll get a new moon in Aquarius, which is the sign of innovation and creativity and detachment. So those are going to be the two important dates to kind of look out for. But otherwise, let's get into the reading. Hi Sagittarius, so nice to have you here. Today we are going to be doing a reading on your general energies for January 2023. So we have our literary witch's oracle here along with our crystal deck, which will serve as like the overall general energies for the reading, and then we will also pull on some tarot cards. We'll do one for your most recent past, your present, your future, and then one for your insights, your thoughts, and your feelings. And then we will pull a card from underneath each deck in order to develop your advice pile. So yeah, let's get started. So I will start with the literary witches deck. So what are the general energies for Sagittarius? Oh, this one is flipped. A couple of these are flipped out of order, but we will just take those two, just because those we're only asking for two at the moment. So we'll put those two over here, and then we'll see what's the general energies for Sagittarius. Oh, we can only take one. This one. Okay. Oh. Okay, fine. We'll take a third one for Sagittarius. But everybody else has to go back in the deck, please. Okay. So there we go. These are your overall energies, and we'll set them aside for now because we'll do the tarot cards. So we'll be using the Divine Tarot for your past. So what is going on in the most recent past for Sagittarius? Oh. This one wanted to come out too, so I guess we'll take that one. And there we go. Put them over here. Then we'll use the Kawaii deck for your present. So what is going on currently in Sagittarius? This one. Okay. There we go. And then here? What is going on in future? Sagittarius. Oh, so actually this one too. They're stuck together. Okay. Go. And last but least, we will do your feelings. So what are your feelings at the moment, Sagittarius? What are you feeling? Your current feelings and thoughts, Sagittarius. Current thoughts and feelings. Ooh. That guy and then this guy. So we'll take that extra one that wanted to fly out. Okay. And then we will take one from the bottom of each deck to form your advice pile. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be your advice pile, which we will set aside. And we'll also set aside this pile because I only have so much room on my desk. So first we'll go over your past, your present, and your future. So set this over here. So for your past, we have these 3 cards. Sorry, just had to shift my leg for a moment. So the first card is the Ace of Swords. It showed up in reverse, but we don't take reversals here, so flip it back up. And then we have Judgment, also in reverse, but we'll flip it. And then we have the Sun. Beautiful cards, the Judgment and the Sun together. So what's going on in your present, Sagittarius? The first card we have is the 7 of Coins. Okay. Then you have the 5 of Coins. And then you have the Fool. We'll shift these over because these cards are quite big. So for your future, we have the 10 of Pentacles with a lovely little castle. Then we have the Queen of Cups, showed up in reverse, but we'll flip there. And then you have the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. So the first thing that really caught my eye was within the past cards. So Ace of Swords represents the sword of Archangel Michael, which is the sword of truth, so cutting out things that do not serve us is kind of what the Ace of Swords stands for, but it's also like a double-edged sword. That makes sense. So it can be good and also can be bad. And so it looks like recently judgment was called upon a certain situation, so you had to make a choice. In the original judgment card, there's an angel and there are people that are stepping out of coffins. So you're choosing to step forth to go to heaven, or you're choosing to stay in the place that you always have been. So it looks like in your past that you definitely stepped forward and embraced the sun. So you embraced whatever new opportunity had showed up for you. So you're moving forward, and you can see on the boat itself, he's moving along the stream, so he's riding along the river. So you're choosing to go forward to wherever the current takes you. And in your present, we see that you're focusing on yourself. You're looking back at all the things that you've worked so hard on, but there's a sense of loss here. The Five of Coins is feeling left down in the cold, like something is missing, but the Five of Coins also represents something that can easily be solved. So like in the original card, there are these peasants that are outside of a church, and they could easily go inside of the church to get warmth instead of standing outside in the snow. So that's kind of what the Five of Coins represents, and I'm getting the feeling that this is a feeling of itself that is rising within you, but you are trying to have this new start, especially because it's the beginning of the year. So in your future, I see that you are trying to find balance, and actually this came up in reverse. This is supposed to be face up like this. So it's an interesting thing to note. So finding balance is going to be very important for you in the future. And so with the Queen of Cups here, the Queen of Cups represents protecting her emotions or creating boundaries around people. So her cup is covered. Her cup doesn't flow because she controls who has access to her and who doesn't. And so maybe you need to find balance in your emotions, in whatever's going on in your mind and whatever's going on in your heart. And that's something that you need to go and internally think about, especially with this flowing water up here and the sun, which you actually have over here. You have the sun here and the sun here. So you will only get more abundance and more opportunities by embracing the sun and sorting through your emotions and finding that balance that you see with the pentacles. And the interesting thing too is that the pentacles are making up this young woman's eyes. So it's like seeing the world through a different lens. You need to see the world through a different lens in order to achieve the success and the abundance that you're looking for. Because the Ten of Pentacles is all about legacy and achieving that abundance that will go on and on within your lifetime. So that's all I'm getting from this set of cards. Let's go into how you're actually feeling at the moment, because maybe it might give us some more insight on this Five of Coins situation, because it looks like your near future is relatively well. So I wonder why you're feeling this loss, and maybe it stems from the judgment that was called walking away from old things. But let's see what we get. So let me clear out this and go to the next reading. Okay, my lovely Sagittariuses. So I forgot that we had 4 for how you are feeling internally. So we'll get started. What are your thoughts and what are your feelings? The Three of Swords. Okay, came up in reverse, but we'll take it upright. So definitely a feeling of betrayal or a feeling of loss here. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles again. Next you have the Two of Cups. Oh, okay. That kind of changes things a little bit in terms of the reading. Because before, when I was getting a feel for it, I couldn't quite determine if it was about a romantic relationship or if it had something to do with you internally, like figuring yourself out. But this Two of Cups definitely clarifies it a little bit more. And then you have the Ten of Wands. It's came up in reverse, but we're taking it upright. Okay. So we're definitely seeing a lot of burdens towards love. So judgment was definitely called on maybe a situationship or some kind of relationship or friendship that you had with another person because it was not serving you. And so you had to move forward towards something better, but you are still recovering from the loss that you felt from being with this person. And I say that because a lot of the times when we're in relationships, we always think about how that person makes us feel, but we never think about the actual person themselves, whether or not they're a good person or not. And so you can see in your internal feelings right now, you are carrying that burden and you are not releasing it like you should be. You're working on yourself, and maybe you know that that's a problem in the long term, and you're trying not to have it impact, further down the line when you have another relationship, romantic or friendship. But there's still things that you need to let go of. And that's really what's showing up in here. So let's skip these cards down a little bit and let's have a look into the advice section of your cards. So the first advice card that we have is the King of Cups. So I'll put him over here. And then the next card that we have is the Two of Wands. And we have the Two of Cups again, showing almost right underneath. We have to move it over to the side to make more space when we do our oracle cards, but Two of Cups again in your advice, and then the Two of Pentacles again in your advice as well. So what the cards are telling you is that you need to maintain balance within your emotions right now. You need to let go of what isn't serving you and focus on what is serving you, continuing that flow of energy from Judgment, from the Ace of Swords, just cutting those things out. And so when you look at the King of Cups, in the original card, he is a man that is sitting on a throne that is floating in a pool of water that is chaotically moving around, but he is still. He is maintaining his balance. He's maintaining his authority, and that's exactly what you need to do in order to find the new relationship that you're looking for. And sometimes it takes time to plan and think about what exactly it is that you want in a future relationship. And this past relationship is probably something that wasn't ideal. It wasn't what you were looking for, and that's kind of what I get from the Two of Wands in terms of the planning. You see this little koala has this orb, and this orb represents the world. So he has the world in his hands, and essentially you have the world in your hands. You control your own reality, and that's kind of the energy that the Two of Wands is giving off of me. So if you continue to be stagnant in this hopeless energy with all of these burdens, you're never gonna find what you're looking for in the future. So let's shift these cards a bit further so we can have a look at our literary witches and our crystal cards. I believe you had an extra crystal card, so we'll start with the literary witches. So the first card is book. The second card is spider. And then for your crystal cards, I'll move this guy up here so you can still see his koala face. You have Argon Star Clusters, which stand for Earth Healing, Grounding, Stress Relief, and Vitality. And then you have Amber, which is Harmony, Home Protection, Calm, and Attracts Love. And then you also have turquoise, which is leadership, clear communication, prosperity, and success. Actually, all of these colors are really, really beautiful. Without looking at the turquoise, I was reminded in the moment, just looking at the amber and the argon star clusters, of like the sacral chakra. So maybe that's something that is like really important to you right now that you need to be focused on, or you need to be clearing. So clearing the negative energy from your sacral chakra. And if you don't know anything about chakras, I would highly encourage you to look it up, because there's a lot of information on chakras and how they influence us in our life in terms of like our health and our emotional and physical health. I mean, I'm not a doctor or anything, but that's just what I have heard. But yeah, so we'll read what the book and the spider stands for in the Literary Witches Oracle Guidebook to get some more insight. So the book stands for hope, revelation, and ignorance. And then the spider stands for focus, planning, digesting. So definitely a connection between the book and the Two of Wands in terms of planning, and the spider in terms of digesting. And the digesting card from earlier, and the judgment card, that's what I was trying to think of. I had a hard time, I was forgetting. So yeah, definitely calling on you to reflect. And you know, the number 2 may be important, because we're getting 2 over here, 2 cups, 2 of cups again. So maybe look out for 222 as you're doing anything, your watch, or you hear it on the radio or something like that. But yeah, just maintaining balance in your emotions and planning your future and figuring out what you want is gonna be really important this month, in terms of prosperity and success, but also like your relationship with the universe, or with spirit, or with God, or whatever religion entity that you believe in, relies on clear communication. And a part of manifesting things is saying it out loud, of the things that you want in your life, and that allows them to become true. Our words are so very powerful. And so maybe a piece of advice that I'm getting intuitively is for you to like journal the things that you want. Write down what you want, or say what you want every day. Like have an affirmation that's going to help you find the right relationship, or the right job, or the right opportunity for you in terms of the things that you want to do. And I know this overall reading was leaning more towards like a relationship perspective. I mean, you have the 2 of Cups twice, you have the King of Cups, so a lot of emotions going on, talking about legacies and stuff like that. But yeah, so I hope you were able to find a piece of advice that is helpful to you. Remember to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But yeah, thank you so much for your time, Sagittarius, and I hope you have a wonderful day.